Yo, what's good guys, VENM here back from the video, and today I'm going to be talking about some abilities that you need to use in Madden 21. So starting off here, we got this little nice website, shout out to maddenschool.com. I'll leave their link down below in the description so you can check out this article. Basically talks about every ability. Somehow they got their hands on the beta early, or they were able to get the testing beta, so they see every ability in every team. So shout outs to them. Again, the link to this list will be down below in the description. You guys can go check it out yourself. So basically what this shows is every QB, running back, basically every position and every ability that every single player in regs has. So I'm just going to go through, talk about some of the abilities that I think are going to be really good in this game and some of them that are going to be pretty bad. So right off the bat, we're going to start off with QB. And QB, we got these pro reads. So again, these X factors, they're the exact same as last year. We got Gambler, Bazooka, nothing really special. Bazooka, again, is probably going to be the best one. Again, you got this Truz ability that only Lamar has where you can't fumble. Well, they have it, which could be pretty good in MUT. Again, we don't know any specifics on how you can get these abilities, but again, Blitz Raider, like I said, probably the best one's Bazooka. These X Factors really aren't good. I wish that they would have made them more useful. Again, that's one of the things I thought that EA should do, but it doesn't look like they did do that. So anyways, we got this superstar abilities list, and this is really what you want right here. So right off the bat, we got this fearless ability. Now, fearless, I actually like this ability. This used to be an X factor, and it says passers with this ability are immune to throw penalties caused by defensive pressure while their feet are set in the pocket. So basically, they can't. Even if they have a guy in their face, they have a fearmonger in their face, they're not going to miss a pass, which is a really nice ability. Again, I noticed this with Brady and Ryan. They really didn't miss any passes unless it was on the run or something. So again, that's going to be a great ability, I think, that you should use if you have a pocket QB. And in the beginning of the game, there's a lot of good pocket QBs, so that might be something that you do. Again, it's not the best. Next up, we got Hot Roadmaster. Again, Hot Roadmaster and Ultimate Team. Other game modes like that, you're not going to be able to get it right in the beginning of the year, which is, again, something unfortunate, but it is going to be really good to have in regs. Tom Brady, obviously, is, able to dominate with that ability. It is unfortunate that Brady's the only one, makes it a really rare ability, but again, it is what it is. Set feet lead, that ability's terrible. Not going to go over that. Conductor, I mean, it's all right. It's not needed. It's really good if you're one of those players who likes to just snap the ball immediately. Anyways, we got Escape Artist again. Escape Artist actually is a little bit worse this year, so Escape Artist probably I don't really like it, but I mean, it's still definitely good to have. Like, I noticed Mahomes, he just felt a little bit slow rolling out of the pocket even with Escape Artist. Even Lamar just felt a little bit slower than last year, a little bit less smooth. Anyways, we got Quick Draw, and this is the first one I kind of want to talk about because I think this ability is going to be really, really good. This is on my list of abilities that you should use in Madden 21. So, obviously, I'm assuming that you should be able to get this in Ultimate Team, considering Carson Wentz has it and Kyler Murray have it, and they're both really low overalls. Not really low, but they're 80, 84s, whatever. But basically what this ability does, it's passers with this ability have faster throwing animations when under pressure. Now basically what this does, it's going to allow you to get those quick balls off. And one of the features I really hated in Madden 21 beta was throw out of sack. Throw out of sack was a terrible ability or a terrible feature just because you threw so many picks off it. I'm just trying to get rid of the ball. Just let it hit the ground to the side of me. Don't have it fly 5 yards and get picked every single time. So I think this ability is going to be really useful. Again, it doesn't seem like you're going to need some crazy stat to have on your QB to be able to use it. And yeah, I think it's a really good ability. Next up, we got Dashing Deadeye. Dashing Deadeye, I didn't really notice it makes too much of a difference, and considering it's only throws under 40 yards, it's a little bit worse than last year. I don't think it'll be as needed. Red Zone Deadeye, again, nothing special. No Look Deadeye, only up to 20 yards, nothing special. Comeback, extended range on all unpressured precision passing. I'm pretty sure Mahomes didn't have this in the beta, so I've never been able to try this. Again, as far as what I think about it, it seems like, something similar to what Brady has with that pass lead elite or whatever. And I don't really think it's going to be that good of an ability. You got Anchored Extender, breaking a sack. Nothing really special, nothing needed. Gutsy Scrambler, again, could be pretty solid because I feel like more times than not you're getting pressured on the run, and that's where you're getting your overthrows. That could be something that helps. Again, I don't think it's needed though. And yeah, pretty much all of these, again, roaming Deadeye, I'm pretty sure they fixed it, so you can't just let go of right trigger and still throw the ball 70 yards with perfect accuracy. Anyways, we got Gunslinger. Again, that's going to be a really good ability. We don't know the specs on it, on how you're going to activate it. It's probably one of those abilities where you're not going to be able to get it in the beginning of the year. Fast break. Again, one of those good abilities, but who's going to be able to get it besides Lamar? And yeah, pretty much all of these abilities are not the best in my opinion, except for that quick draw or whatever it was called. I'm kind of blanking on it. Yeah, quick draw. So that's the one ability I wanted to really talk about. Again, all these are solid. Tied out is a decent ability as well. But yeah, none of these are really have to have it day one as much as that quick draw ability for me. So next up, we got running back X Factors. I'm not going to talk about these X Factors too much just because they're the exact same except for this ankle breaker, which nobody really cares about. And again, we got running back ability. So we got armbar. Armbar, who knows? We'll have to try it out. We'll have to see if it's glitchy like last year. But this is the ability I really wanted to talk about, this balance beam. I think this ability is going to be really, really nice. And the reason for that is just because you can really run into your offensive lineman this year. You run into an offensive player and you fall down immediately. I haven't really noticed me stumbling a whole lot, but I notice I'm falling, and I feel like this ability is going to be really, really nice. And I think it's something that shouldn't be too hard to activate day one. So if you're one of those guys who likes putting abilities on their halfback, this is an ability that I think you should definitely have. Very nice ability. You got reach for it, leapfrog, energizer. Again, this could be decent. I haven't really noticed too many animation-based moves where I'm juking somebody out of their shoes and they go flying because the computer. So I don't know how good that's going to be. And again, what differentiates a successful skill move, I'm not sure. Evasive, you got all of these. Solid, playmaker, backfield master, tank. I'm not going to talk about these too much. I don't think they're too good. Running back apprentice, closer, again, jukebox. And yeah, again, one of the other things I want to talk about is this nasty streak. And this is going to be really good. I think the Niners are going to be a really good team just because of Juice Check. He's going to get those really good blocks. So if you're an I-form player, this is going to be key. Again, the one I liked was Balance Beam. And I'm trying to go through these fast. We got tons of abilities. We're still on offense. We got defense as well. All right, so we got wide receiver and tight ends. Again, these are very similar. Pretty much the exact same X factors besides one. Yak 'em up. It's just different than rack 'em up. You're just going to break a tackle. And here we go. We got short and elite. So all of these routes are kind of changing the post flag, the streak specialist, which honestly I don't really like, but it is what it is. And one of the things that could be good is this deep out elite. So receivers 20 yards from the line of scrimmage outside the numbers. So this is pretty much our streak specialist this year, deep out elite. I noticed Mike Evans making some great catches with this in the beta. Same with, Travis Kelce. You got Allen Robinson. So this, if you're one of those players, you like to just chuck the ball and you can swerve, catch, whatever. This is an ability you want. Again, I don't really like the inabilities. An ability I would recommend is getting Slot-O-Matic, but again, we're not sure. Probably, short out elite or mid out elite could be good for those corner routes, depending. Or you could just use deep out elite, because a lot of times the corner routes are 20 yards. This is pretty much post flag elite and streak specialist in one. I really like this ability. Again, if you like throwing those post routes, you could go with mid in elite, which is, again, that sort of post route range. But again, I really am high on this deep out elite. I think this is something I'll have because I like to throw corner routes and streaks with my receivers. Again, you got outside apprentice, pretty terrible hot routes. Jukebox, grab and go. I didn't really notice too much of a change with grab and go. Even with Tyreek Hill, he did have that in the beta. I didn't notice it really going crazy as much as last year. So that's something that is a little bit of a positive for me. Anyways, return man, yeah, nobody really cares about that. Red zone threat, I couldn't really get a good try on that in the beta. I'm not sure. But again, another one of those abilities I recommend is getting Slot-O-Matic. Less than 10 yards. It's going to be good for hitches, flats, out routes, in routes, drags, slants, pretty much everything. You can even put it on an in route, smart route at 10 yards, and he's still going to be able to do it. This is another ability I'm really high on. So I do this again. I have that mid or that deep out elite, whatever it was called. Yeah, deep out elite, and then on this Slotomatic. Those are the two abilities I like the most. And again, you got this route technician. Not sure. I would have to try that out. That could be something good as far as, because man coverage is always really good in the beginning of the year. This could be something where maybe you're able to get some separation. Tight end apprentice, leapfrog, route apprentice. George Kittle has that. Also, there was a wide receiver apprentice that for some reason I'm pretty sure it's not shown here. Michael Thomas has wide receiver apprentice, in case you were wondering. Next up, we got O-line. I'm not going to talk about O-line too much because who really cares about O-line? No one's going to be using those abilities really. Again, pretty much the exact same. Screen protector. No one's using that. No one's running just stock screen plays every time. Post up, nasty streak. Again, I'd have to try nasty streak, but it is nice that you have Lane Johnson and Trent Brown, 2 tackles. Unspun. Again, I'm not exactly sure on these additional resistance points, whatever those, because I'm pretty sure that's only for using, because whatever, my D linemen were never getting home. Chris Jones never got sacks for me in the beta, so again, I don't know too much about those. Matador, Tearproof, there's a lot of abilities which I think is good, so if you notice a certain player getting killed, but this is more for regs, I think. No one in Ultimate Team with only 3 ability slots. Using an O-line ability is really dumb in my opinion. But yeah, let's move on to defense. Again, I'm sorry for this video being a little bit longer, but we have a lot of abilities to go through, and there is a ton of things for me to talk about. So again, I just named like 4 or 5 abilities that I think are going to be really good. Anyways, we got Fearmonger, Relentless, Reinforcement, Avalanche. Avalanche is one I want to talk about. So there are tacklers, and then there are these guys. When they enter the zone, any successful hit stick made while running towards the line of scrimmage. So basically any hit stick, they're going to fumble. Again, I'm not sure if that, that obviously does include Enforcer, so that's something that is pretty unfortunate for the game, but hey, hopefully it's pretty difficult to activate. We don't really know how these players are activated again, but only Wagner and Adams has it. This could be something that's really annoying, and you'll just have to be careful, make sure to fall down, but yeah, that's something I don't think should be in the game. Anything where it's a guaranteed fumble is very bad in my opinion. Blitz, again, none of these are really usable abilities in my opinion. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to these abilities. So here we got Swim Club. Again, ignore 1 bar of blocker resistance. I'm pretty sure this is for D-line users. Edge Threat. Edge Threat I noticed worked a couple of times. So Shaq Barrett had this Edge Threat ability. Calais Campbell had this Edge Threat ability in the beta, and I would notice for some reason in certain formations, certain adjustments you do, they tend to get those glitchy animations. So again, that's something I'll have to lab up, see what classifies as that. But for the most time, if you just came out in a regular play, put them on the edge, they weren't getting home. No outsiders, again, shedding against run plays. Defenders with this ability are granted a free pass rush move once per play after spending a pass rush point. I don't know what spending a pass rush point exactly means. Again, we don't know too much about that. Edge Threat Elite, again, it's a little bit better than Edge Threats. Yeah, these really good players with that. And yeah, again, I'm not exactly sure on a lot of DC line abilities. They got points and resistance. I'm not exactly sure. I did notice that a little bit in the beta, but again, I'm not exactly sure. We'll learn that as the game goes on. Don't worry about that. But yeah, just a ton of these, D-line abilities. So that's going to be a lot of, choice for you if you're one of those players who likes putting 2 players with abilities on your D-line. Again, we got Secure Tackler. I'm pretty high on Secure Tackler, especially this year. Especially if it still gives you those suction tackle animations. I think that's going to be a really good ability, especially in the beginning of the year. Pretty much every player should be able to get Secure Tackler, and you will usually want abilities on at least 1 linebacker / safety to user. Again, defensive rally, D-line ability, out my way. Players with this ability have dominant impact block wins against receivers, halfbacks, and tight ends. I think this can be a pretty good. I'm not sure if this is just for the run or the pass. It doesn't really say, but I think that can be good as well. Mr. Big Stop, defenders with this ability will at least have maximum. I'm not sure. Again, we're talking about pass rush points. Lurker, I think this is going to be a really good ability. This is a really good ability as well. Levante David had it in the beta. and it really does help with lurking, especially because of how difficult it is to stick with someone this year in the user game. I think that's something that you should, include in your game. Anyways, we got outmatched, likely to win contested catches against running backs. Not exactly sure. Tackle Supreme. Again, I'm high on this ability as well. You're not going to get faked out. It's basically unfakeable and secure tackler. If you can get that one, definitely go for that. And here we got these little deep zone abilities. Medium route KO. So something I would get if I'm having a safety is probably this deep route KO. Now, I don't know. It's only force. I don't know. It's man-to-man, so it's kind of difficult. All of these are man-to-man. None of these are zone. So again, probably the one is deep in zone or deep out zone. You could actually throw both on, and they would be pretty good. Like I said, if you do run man coverage, maybe you could throw deep zone if someone's just chucking streaks. But again, corner ability is probably not it. But yeah, I like this deep out zone, deep in zone abilities. I would probably go with deep in zone if I had to choose between them. But yeah, it's basically just going to be universal coverage for this year, just with a different name. Again, Acrobat. Haven't really tried that out too much. We got One Step Ahead. This could be pretty good. One Step Ahead. If you're a man coverage guy, this could be a really good thing to stop that, because man coverage is already pretty good the beginning of the year. So if you get Stephon Gilmore and Mutt and you throw this ability on him, just man him up, he should be able to stop, post routes, deep in routes, deep out routes, all that stuff. Yeah, Pick Artist, nothing special. Bench Press. This could actually be pretty good as well. So these corner abilities, who knows? Maybe they actually do become really good. Defenders with this ability apply bonus fatigue to their man coverage target after a successful press win. That could be something glitchy, especially because it's so difficult for those players to get open when they're tired. Stonewall, this could be a good ability if you're using like a linebacker for tackling purposes. You throw a Lurker, Tackle Supreme in this ability. I think it could be pretty good, and that's only if you can't get Enforcer, obviously. Tip Drill, Unfakeable, Lumberjack, and then Enforcer, the last one. Don't allow broken tackles when hit sticking ball carriers regardless. So I don't think this is going to be an auto hit stick thing. Again, we haven't tried it out. I think they took that out of the game. So that at least adds some skill gap, which is good. So you're not going to be, just getting straight up hit sticked by the computer every play. At least make the user do it. And yeah, they can't break the tackle regardless. I don't know if it's going to be as good. Like I said, we'd have to try it out. Here are some just abilities nobody has. Again, we got a lot of the same abilities as last year. A lot of the trash ones. Mossed. I don't know why they have that back. But again, it is really difficult to activate unless it's Mossed 100. Universal coverage. And this, pretty much the same. As far as the abilities, like I said, wide receiver Apprentice. I'm pretty sure Thomas has this when I was just going through the teams. Again, not sure. I'm pretty sure Thielen has Slot Apprentice as well. So those are back. Those are abilities that I'm high on if you're in a bunch or whatever. I would definitely like those abilities on a receiver. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, want me to go over teams, what teams I think are the best in Madden 21, leave a like on this video, comment down below, and make sure you are subbed to the channel for more Madden 21 content. And yeah, peace. I'm out of here.